let's go ahead and we'll get started. Today we are going to be using exercise bands. So you can grab one of those and set them aside for the time being. And we will start with a little breathing focus. So standing nice and tall, let's bring the hands over the sides. And focus on expanding the breath into the sides and lower abdomen. You're breathing into the hands. Relax the shoulders. Right, take a nice breath in. Exhale. Good. Let's warm up the wrists. Do some little circles. Reverse directions. Right, we'll squeeze the hands, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. And then do just the opposite, spread the fingers, relax, spread, relax, spread, relax. Shake out the fingers. All right, let's bend the elbows. We're gonna go all the way up, pat yourself on the back. And let's do a little rotation with this one at a time. A little turn, twist. All right, very good. Next, let's get the arms open and hug, open, hug. All right, very good. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, very nice. Next, let's place the hand on the hip. We're going to lean over to the side. Inhale up. Lean over. Inhale up. Again. Inhale. And again. Inhale. Very good. Bring the hands together. Open up. Pulling the arms back. Hands back. Hands kind of pointed upward. And then we're going to slide. Do a nice wall slide. And relax, roll the shoulders back. All right, moving on down to the hips. Let's do a little hip circle. And reverse directions. And we're going to do the hinge. So tilting the pelvis forward, back up. Keeping the back straight. All right, very good. Get our stance a little wider. Let's turn the hips side to side, shifting the weight. Little rotation. Right, very good. And finally, let's get the feet. We're going to shift the weight side to side. Lift up those toes. All right, and lift the heels. Okay, very good. Let's get some high knees. And speed skaters, bending the knees. All right, and let's do the pendulum reach. So reaching to the side and lifting the leg. All right, very good. And take a nice breath in and exhale. And again. All right, very good. So let's grab the band today. And we're going to start with a little, we're going to do a different lower body exercise today. We're actually going to start with it. It's going to be a side squat, as it's called. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going, actually, let's start without the weight. Sorry, without the band first. So you can do this near your chair. You're going to get your stance as wide as you can. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is imagine there's a chair or a stool kind of behind this leg here. You're going to bring your hip back, like to kind of sit on that chair, right? So don't let the knee go too far past like this direction. Let the knee instead kind of go a little bit forward, but focus, the emphasis is on your hip coming backward. All right, so just to show the side view, so you can see better. It's like that. No, you see how it is like a squat, but over one leg. Okay, so just as much as you can comfortably. What I often see, and I kind of see a little bit here, is too much, going way over, and you're pushing the knee to the side. Do not do that. The goal is not to move, drastically to the side. The goal is to sit over this leg. Okay, so that's all we're doing. All right, so it's nice wide stance, and the more you get, this is a new exercise, so you're probably not going to have as deep of a range of motion, right now, because it does take practice and time getting used to it, but just go to whatever range is comfortable. Okay, feel free to use a chair or something to hang on to do this. We're going to do 10 on this leg and 10 on the other. All right, so go ahead, down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't let that knee go too far past your foot. Keep it right over the foot. 9, 10. Good job. Other leg now. All right. So again, focus on sitting backward. All right. Sitting back. 1, over one leg. 2. This one does highlight, when there's a difference in strength between the two legs or some kind of imbalance, you will notice a pretty big difference. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Very good. On the next set, if that felt pretty easy, the next set I'll show you how to use the bands, but we'll do that after we go through the other exercises. So let's grab the band now. We're going to do upper body. And we're going to do a, stepping on one side, a bicep curl and a press. All right. So you have a little bit of resistance. And actually, you know what? Let's do the opposite arm. It'll be a little better that way. So you're stepping on one leg with one end of the band with one leg, holding it the opposite arm. And we're going to be curling and then pushing forward, back and back. All right, that's 1. Curl, push. Good stability. 2. Back and back. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, curl and push, 10. And make sure you have enough resistance. There should be resistance the whole time you do this. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Right. So you'll notice even down here, I'm giving myself a little resistance so that when I do that curl, I'm still feeling that resistance. It's the opposite leg and arm, or the opposite arm of the leg that you're stepping on. All right, that way you get a good combination.
I don't know this right.
Yeah, switch legs. I think you did your right arm last time, correct? Did you do that right? Which arm did you use?
I used this one.
Yeah, so you're going to use your left arm, so that it will be your right leg. Yeah, so right leg, step on it with your right leg. There you go. And then your left arm grab. Yep, perfect. You got it. All right, so here we are. We're standing tall. We curl and push. Good stability. Back and back. That's 1. Exhale. Back and back. 2. 3. 4. Keeping the body stable. This challenges those core muscles as well. 5. 6. Good shoulder stability. 7. 8. 9. 10. Very good. All right. Let's take a seat in the chair. And we're going to do the row with the opposite arm and leg. So if you put it on your left leg, you're going to grab on with your right arm. You can grab one or both ends of the band, but only one arm is going to be pulling. So if you're grabbing only one end, just hold the end with this arm, and then the other arm is going to be what is pulling. But I think most of us probably can grab both ends. You'll get some good strength in the upper back and shoulder. All right, so kind of hinge forward a little bit. Keep that leg straight. Toes pull back and pull. 1. The arms should get straight each time. Pull back. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Very good. Switching legs and arms for that matter. Nice diagonal pulling. Arm is straight to start, kind of hinged forward and pull back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really focus on the elbow coming back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right. And then lastly, we're going to do the hinge. So you can just put the band under your feet in some way. You can step on it, or I like to come around my feet and up the middle, but really whatever placement, as long as you end up with the band around your feet, lock down so you're hanging on and you have the ends of the band here. All right, once you got that, you're going to stand nice and tall. You got it. Yep, perfect. And then you're going to stand up tall carefully. Good. And then we're going to do a nice hinge. Bring in, keeping the back straight, letting the band pull us down, and then squeeze the glutes. Come on up nice and tall. That's 1. If you need to get more resistance, grab a little lower. You got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, and sitting down, taking the band off. All right, we are ready to do everything again. So we're starting with those side squats. All right, so and remember, it looks like this. If that felt a little challenging, or if you had any kind of discomfort, do not use the band. Only use the band if that felt perfectly fine and you want a little more resistance.
The shoulder.
You felt it in that shoulder when we did this exercise?
Well, I've had, the problem.
Yeah. So yeah. So if anything agitates the shoulder, then I would, stop using it. Don't hang on to the band if it's agitating it. But especially for that shoulder exercise we did earlier, that we'll be doing after this, you can always, skip the band if that's causing any pain. All right. So we're standing tall. We have the band over one leg. All right. And what we're going to do, get some good tight resistance here. If you're using the band, again, do not use the band if this was a hard exercise for you. And if it starts to hurt or feel unbalanced in any way or anything like that, just skip the band altogether. You can always do this without the band. All right, so we got some good resistance. It's kind of pulling us toward this leg here. All right, we're going to control, bring the hip back like we're sitting in the chair, back. Make sure your stance is wide. You want a nice, long, big stance, really wide. Otherwise, you won't really have enough space. So we're coming down, the band pulls us down, and then we come up. 1, down, be mindful of that knee, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, the knee stays over your foot. 6, 7, I'll show what this looks like sideways, just so you can see. 8, 9, 10. All right. A little resistance with that band. Very carefully, try to get the other foot. Remember to widen your stance. Once you got the band under there, get your stance really wide. Make sure you got some good resistance with those bands. I know I have to create quite a bit of tension. All right, wide stance. Shifting over and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure bring those hips backward like you're sitting in a chair. 5, 6, 7, 8. Show a couple more sideways. 9, 10. All right. Very good. Now we're going to step on one end of the band to do that shoulder and chest press with the opposite foot in hand. So if you're grabbing with your left hand, right foot is on the end of the band. Good. So opposite sides, you got a nice diagonal. All right. If the shoulder starts hurting or doesn't like this, you could just focus on the bicep curl. All right. That is perfectly fine. The full exercise is curl into press, but don't do the press if that's causing pain. Okay. So nice and tall, curl, press. 1. Exhale. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Get a little more resistance. You have too much slack. Yeah. Get it nice and tight. And again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Other side. Diagonal. Switch legs. Switch arms. All right. And make sure you have a lot of, you catch all the slack. It shouldn't be loose. Even at the beginning, it should not be loose. So we're here, we curl, and if it's comfortable, press. That's 1. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and relax. Good. Sitting down on our chair. Doing that row, single arm row with the opposite foot to arm. Grabbing one or both ends of the band. I think most of us probably can do both ends. Hinge forward, keep the back straight. Keep the back straight and the body stable the whole time. All right, only the arm is moving. So we pull back and forward gently. That's 1. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Switching legs. Right. Kind of hinged forward, back is straight, body is stable. Pull. That's 1. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. All right. Last one, the hinge. So bringing the band either over the top of the feet and up the middle or under the feet, whatever is easier for you. Once you got it under your feet in some way, we're going to stand on up. Have some good resistance. This resistance kind of like wants to pull you down, right? So all we're doing with this exercise is keeping our back nice and straight, hinging, so moving through the hips as we let the weight kind of pull us down, but keeping the back straight. And then come on up, engage the glutes. Keep the legs straight, but don't hyperextend the knees. Make sure you keep those knees a little soft. And up, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and sitting down. Next, take the band off, and we will go right into some stretches. Good work. Good work. All those or most of those, we were able to target, each side of the body, and you might have noticed some differences between the right and the left. That's always good. It's important to kind of train them independently to really be aware of those, any weaknesses, so you can work on them. And when you train each side of the body separately, you also are working more of the core muscles that support your spine, keep your spine stable when dealing with, force that comes from to one side or the other. All right, we switch legs, just helping our back relax. All right, relax. Cross one leg over the other. We also got to do a new squat variation today with those side squats. Hopefully it feels okay. When doing any kind of new exercise, something that's a little different than what you're used to, there is a tendency for some muscle soreness, in the following days. So if you do have a little bit, that's not unusual. Okay, switching legs. Although muscle soreness is different from joint soreness, if you feel it like, directly in the knee joint or hip joint, then you may have pushed a little too far. You may have aggravated the joint a little bit. So keep that in mind. The muscles typically you're going to feel, on the muscles themselves, and it might be toward the ends of the muscles, but it won't ever be directly in the joint. Right, very good. Did we get the other leg?
Yeah.
We did, right? Okay. I was pretty sure. Okay. All right, let's get our hamstring now next. We're going to just straighten the leg and hinge forward for a minute. Keeping those toes pointed up. Breathing low. All right, last 15 seconds or so. If you'd like to reach for the toes, go ahead. Inhale, relax, switching legs. Gently hinging forward. Pulling the toes back, just holding, nice straight leg, keeping the back straight. Last 15 seconds. If you'd like to reach for the toes, go ahead. And relax. Very good. You may either remain seated or stand up for some upper body stretches. So gently stand up. Let's bring one arm across the chest. And the other arm. And we're going to reach, do the low back stretch. Back of the hand up. Relax. Check it out. Other side. Good. Let's bring one arm over. Push the elbow up. And the other arm. And both arms out front and open to the sides, palms up. And hands together and down. Get a nice stretch in the wrist. Good. Unwind. And we'll close. Take a nice breath in. Slowly out. And again.